Hey everybody, Joe here. Gonna check out a puzzle today by Scojo called Top Right Boy. The rules are, let's see, we have, oh no, Top Right Boy has become stranded far from his home in the top right corner of the grid. He must make his way from his starting location in the bottom left, ew, all the way home. Here's Top Right Boy. Luckily for Top Right Boy, he possesses a special power that will help him on his journey. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That's 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Top right boy's path. Draw a path of orthogonally connected cells from top right boy in row 9, column 1, yep, to his home in row 1, column 9. Yep. The path may not touch itself, even diagonally. Other than his starting position, top right boy must never visit the bottom left corner of any 3 by 3 box. Conversely, top right boy must visit the top right corner of every 3 by 3 box before returning home. The 9 top right corner cells in the grid must all contain different digits. As the bottom left corner cells are lawless wastelands, there is no such restriction on their digits. Any cell top right boy visits will have its value modified to be equal to top right boy's current value, regardless of the digit in that cell. When top right boy visits a cell in the top right corner of a 3 by 3 box, where the stars are, his value changes to be the digit in that cell and will remain as that value until the next top right corner cell he visits. For clarity, this means that all top right corner cells have their digits as their values. Because top right boy is beginning his journey from the horrid bottom left of the grid, his value will be 0 until he reaches the first top right corner cell along the path. Cells not on the path retain the value of their digit. Cages. Values in a cage must sum to the number in the top right corner of the cage. Digits may not repeat within a cage, but values may, if top right boy visits that cage. Okay. Crop key. If two values are separated by a black dot, one is double the other. If two values are separated by a white dot, they are consecutive. These are values, not digits, that they are referring to here. Very important. Okay, XV, if two values are separated by an X, they sum to 10. Values again, not digits necessarily. If two values are separated by a V, they sum to 5. Not all possible craft keys or XVs are necessarily shown. Very important part of the rule set there. If they were all shown, then we would know that those two, for instance, could not equal 10 or 5, or be in a 1 to 2 ratio, or be consecutive, etc. But in this case, not all of them are. So here we start with a value of 0. So no matter what, we have to visit one of these cells, and they will equal 0. But we cannot visit this cell. So its value must be 1. And whichever way we go, we're touching a black dot. So we're going to have to keep going that way. So if we go this way, we have to touch the star, or else we're gonna be like looping back and touching our own self, right? And it said we couldn't do that. It said we cannot touch the path, not even diagonally. So if we go up here, we must go here. And then again, when we are here, when we do get to this star, I don't think we can go up. Unless... we did something like this. Whichever way we go, we have to keep going. And the other way is going to be a 2. So, one of these are going to be a 2. One of these are going to be a 4. One of these are going to be an 8. And then one side is just going to be whatever. Oh, but we don't go up this way, do we? Or else this way will have to be 2, 4, 8. And then we can't make that. And it must be 2, 4, 8. Whichever way we don't go has to be 2, 4, 8. So we have to go this way. Right? Right. Top right boy, he sounds like a green path sort of dude. Oh no, I can't see him. I gotta see top right boy. Let's do orange. Alright. So this then. This has to be 2, 4, 8. And no matter what these are, they have a value of 0. So this has to be 5. And the path goes that way. Now, if we went up, I don't believe we could go back around. Unless we were to just do like that or something. No, because then we could not touch this. So if we went up, could we do that? This would be 5. We couldn't go straight up like that. So we would have to go over. Would have to go up. That would be okay. We'd have to go up again. We'd have to grab this. We'd have to go up. We'd have to go up again. Then we'd have to grab that. We'd have to go over. Over again. And we'd have to grab that. And we couldn't get in here. So we'd have to go down. And down. Couldn't go over this way, so we'd have to go down. We couldn't go over again, because that would mean this would have to be 5. And it's already been taken. So we'd have to go down. Could go over. I don't really see an issue with all that. But we could go right over here. This would have a value of 5 and equal 10. Remember, this has a value of 0, so it works. These all work because 0 is double 0. And 0 is also consecutive with 1. So these are 3, 6, 7, 9. But do we go up here? Or do we go over? That would be a 6 or a 4 if we did go this way. But we would have to go up and over. And then we would have to go up and up and up. But what is disproving this way? If anything, these two would be 5, this would be 4 or 6. This would be 5, leaving 7. It could be 5, 2. 5, 2 or 4, 3. How about this way? From the home, obviously it needs to be touched. It's going to have a value of this one or this one. And it's going to be different than this. But it also needs to be small. So if it's this one, it would have to be like that, I guess. Oh, wait. That one doesn't necessarily have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. This one does. This one does as well. But not 4 for that one. This one does as well. Whoops, I just said that one. Rio already had one. Okay. So this cannot have a 1 or a 2 in it. So if this goes over, it has to go over again. And then it can't go down because it would need 5 here again. Oh wait, no, it could. It could go down. That would be 5. This would be the real 5. It could do that. This box is definitely going to have a low value duplicated. And it will have to be this digit. So this cannot be a 3. Because like at the moment, it either has to be a 5 if the path goes into it. Well, I don't even think it could, because we couldn't do like that, or else we'd have to touch that again. So it would have to touch here, maybe give it a couple digits. 1, 1. So it would have like a real 5 in it, or a real 3 in it. A real 5 in it, or a real 3 in it. And it could not be all 3 of them. So when it touches that one, let's just make all these orange, because we know that it touches them all. So if this is if we touch this and we go down and we go over, we can't come back up. But we also can't touch all 3. So we don't go down. We don't go down. Let me do black. We don't go down there. But this one does need to take 2. So it takes those 2, doesn't it? So it must go there. And then it can't go here. And it can't go down because it would have to go back. So it goes there. And then it must go there. And then it can't go here because it can't even touch itself diagonally. And that's what that would end up doing. So it goes up there. If it goes up, then it's gonna keep us from going home. Because we couldn't loop back, and we couldn't get up here, and we can't touch this wasteland. Bottom lefts are just so gross. Barren wastelands, I believe they were. So it goes over, like such. It can't go back down, so it goes over again, and then we touch that. Again, if we go up, we're gonna run into a problem, so we don't go that way. And we can't have these the same again, because 5 has already been taken, so we go down. We can't go down again, because then we're touching our loop again, so we must go over. Which means that we have to go here, from this other way. And now we can't go there, and we can't go here. 'Cause if we go down, then we're stuck, aren't we? Without touching ourselves, so we go right there. And this one, we can't go down or up, we must go over. We can't touch the wasteland. We could go up, I guess. But do we? So this is going to be a real this value has to be 1, 2, or 3. And then this is going to be, well, it can't be 4, so this cannot be 1. So this is going to be a real 2 or 3. So this must be 1. And then these values are going to be 1, 1, and this will be 5. 5 will be down here. 2 will be down here. That's that for now. What's left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And these. This is going to be real, so that's a 4. This cannot be 1, because we've had it on the star. If this was 4, that would be 1. And that means that orange would go down, and then this way. I guess that would be alright. Well, another thing is, this goes to the right. Right, so we're going this way, up into here, over, over. So this goes like this, This is a 2 or 3. So if this was a 2 or 3, I guess what I'm getting at is that this one I don't think can be orange. Because if it was, it would have to be this one. So it would have a value of this. 1 is already taken. 4 is not taken, but then this can't be 1. 2, 3. But then again, so if this was 4, this couldn't be orange, because it couldn't be this. If this was 2, this one would be 3, so this one could not be. So this cannot be orange. So this goes down, and then it has to go over. It has to go over again, and it's gonna go in one of these ways. Either way it goes, it must go over again, or else, you know, if it goes this way, it has to. If it goes this way, it couldn't have went down, because it would touch itself. And now, I guess the same thing applies, really. Like, even if it went up here, if it went down, where would we go? We would have to go like this, but then we're gonna be stuck without and there's no way we could get out without touching the path again. So it needs to keep coming over. Now it can go here or here. Does it have to have an orange in it? 3, 4, 5. Could be 3, 4, 5. Well, it is gonna have to have, one of these is gonna have to have an orange in it, but it cannot be both. Right. No, maybe not. Um... 2, 3, 4. So this value is times 3. 4, 5, 6. This has to be at least 6. That would be 18 and a 9. 7, 21 and a 6. 8, 24 and a 3. And then it can't be 9 because that would be 27 already. Needing a 0. And we've had a 0. Right. The 4. It has to be up in here. Digits cannot repeat in a cage, yeah? Values in a cage, right, but digits may not. So the 4 does go up here. Okay. Oh, this is also real. It is a 6-4 or a 7-3. If it is a 6-4, what would this be? It wouldn't have anything left, would it? This cannot be a 6-4. This is a 7-3, which takes 7-3 out of there. Which puts 3 in this bottom row. It takes 7 out of there. I believe it places 7 right there. Seven is in there. Two, 4. A 4 is in one of these. An 8 is down here. 2, 4, 8. An 8 and a 4 are both over there with a 6 or a 9. So okay. Oh, look here. If this was orange, it would have this value. There wouldn't be a number. It would be a real number that could make the same value equal 5 and equal 10. So it does not go up. It can't go down to the gross bottom left. It has to go that way. And then it has to touch that. Then it either goes up or over. If it goes up, it cannot go over again. So it would just have to loop up like that. Which I think is probably acceptable. Maybe. If it did go over, it would have to get all 3. If this did go over to here, it would have to get all 3. And it would have to be 4, wouldn't it? This would have to be 4. If all 3 of these were orange, this would have to be 4. This would have to be a real 2 or 8. I guess that would be okay. It would also put 4 right there. This value. Oh, this has to be a small. Well, this is a small. This is a 2, 3. So this is a 7 or 8. So this is a value of 7 or 8. So this can only be 6, 7, 9. This 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 just couldn't go in this one because of that 8 there. So 6, 7, 8, 9. We almost have it doesn't matter what number is here though. It has a value of 7 or 8. Okay, I have to remember that. Do not let that confuse me. Okay, so one of these is going to be the value of that. But if it went up and over, no, it can't do that. If it just goes up, it has to just go straight up. And then it would be I guess it could be like a 2. This could be 4 with a 3, 5. Perhaps. This would be 5, this would be 3 in that case. That would work. But it could go over and up. Or even like that. Could go like that, I guess. Something along those lines. Okay, let's see. So these are not going to be touched. So they are indeed low. Was there any more V's? These two. I can take that out, I think. That one's done. That one's done. These are real. What are these? It can't be a 2 and a 4, so it can't be an 8. It is a 3, 6. Alright. So that has to be a 6. That has to be a 3. So now, if this is a 7, then that has no fill. As in, this cannot be 7, I think. Because then, this would have a value of 7. And be bound. So this is an 8. But this will have a value of 8. And this will have to be a 7, 9. Combo between those two. Alright. That gave us a 2 and a 4 and an 8. It also gave us a 2 here and a 3. 3 goes on the bottom here. Some more. It's turned into a 7, 3. 3 goes up along here. If this is... now this could be orange. So I don't know that yet. Maybe I should mark that it... I don't know if this will be too much or not. But that has the... I have to remember that this may not be two real numbers. Two real values, I should say. Know what I mean? 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1 is taken. This cannot be 1. Cannot be 2, cannot be 3. It can be 4, cannot be 6, can be 7, it can be 9. It can be 4, 7, or 9. However, if this is 7, oh no. If this is 7 or 9, it could not go up. Because it can't be duplicated. I mean, it can't be ratioed. But also, if this was 7 or 9, it couldn't go over. Because then it would have to go up, and it would already be more than the cage total. So this is 4. Now, it also makes this 4. Okay, back to where I was. It made this 4. Now this could go up and still be 4, 2. Or it could come over and be 4, 4, 4. This would be 2 or 8. If it went up though, well wait, how about this cage here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 or 9. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. That can only be 5, 7, or 9. So if this did go up, if it was 9, I would have to have a 1, 2. So it can only have 9 if the orange goes over. Because then it could have whatever. Because then it would be 4, 4, 4. If it had 7, it would need a 2, 3. Oh, this is a 7, 9. Therefore this can't be. This is a 5. Because that's all that can go there. It's easier when I do it that way. So now this has 7 left. If this goes up, it can't touch that box. It would have to go straight up. So 7 left. It can't be 6, 1. It would have to be 4, 3. So this cannot go up. Because this would have a value of 4, and this would have to have a 4, 3 in it. And then we could make this crap key work. So this goes over, and it turns this whole box into 4s, making 12. So this is 4, this is a 2 or an 8. This over here is not a 4 now. So it is a 2-3 pair, making with the bottom one there. This is not a 3 then. It is a 6-9. This is a 7 or 9? 6. Oh, this is not an 8. We have our 8 now as well. So 6-7, 6-9, or 7-9. Shucks. So if this is 6, it's a 9. If this is 7, it's a 6. Seven, 6, 6, 9. Doesn't really let me take 6 out of anywhere. 6 definitely goes in one of these. Okay, well, this is a value of 4, so that has 2 or 8. Now where does this turn? If it was here, if it turned here, this would be a value of 4 still. This would have to be a 6 then, so this could be a 5. That would be the only way that would work. The 5 would go there, and the 5 would go in one of those. If it turned there. If it did not turn there, that would be a real number. This would be a 6 or a 7. It could be 6, 5. No, it could not. Or it could be 8. Well, it's hard to say really at the moment. 5 goes up here. Let's do some Sudoku maybe. 4 is up here. Three. Not enough maybe. Well, this has to be real now, doesn't it? So it's a 2-3. So this is a 3. Because 2-3 is bound to the right side. And this is not a 2-3. So this is 1-4. Now 4 must go there. And this is with a 6 or a 9. But I was looking at this. 2-3 and 2-3. So this is 3. There's going to be a 7 or 9 in one of these two. And then whatever is here is there. One. No. An 8 will go in the middle here. If this is 8, that has to be a real 2. And that cannot be. So this will not be 8. Because that would have to be a real 2. 2's already in that column. So this is not 4. But it's still going to have a value of 4. Must remember that. If this was... no. What about... What is left over here? It's a 1, 7, 9. 1, 9. 7, 9. 1. No, 1 can't go there. So this is a 7, 9 combo then, making this a 1. And then 1 cannot go in the box again, so it'll go somewhere there. This could still be a 1 as well, or the Cursed Wasteland spot could be a 1 also. So these are going to be a 7, 9 pair though, because they're here, and they must appear in this box because they are, because the cage is 9 big, so it must contain every digit as well. Seven, 9. Two is going, not the top one, but one of these. Whoops. I said 2. I don't know why I put 2, 3. I was looking over here at the time, I suppose. 2, 3. 7, 9. What about this big box? So this has a value of 8. This has a value of 7. Oh, I can't mark that. Well, okay. Well, there needs to be... Oh, we have a 2, 3, 2, 3. This has to be a 2. So we have 5, 6, and 8. Right. 5, 6, 8. Seven, 9 combo here. Didn't notice that until now. I don't think it's helpful quite yet. A 2 though. A 2 has to go here, doesn't it? A 2 goes there. A 7, 9. What is left? An 8. A 1, 8. A 1, 8 is here and here. These are 4 is in one of these as well. If this was a 4, this cannot be a 4. If this was a 4, because this is going to be a value of 6 or 7, so that cannot be a 4. This is a 4. This is not. This is. This is value of 6 or 7, so this cannot be a 2. So this is a 2. This is an 8. This is whatever, because it's going to have a value of 4. This is now a 1. This is an 8. This 5, 6. This will be a. What's left is a 1. Yeah. And this will be a 5, 6. Making this an 8. And this is not an 8, making this an 8. We have our 8 now for the star. So this equals 8. Well, wait. No, I guess I can't do that, can I? This is 7 or 9. This is 8. Value. That's a bit big thonk. I probably need both of these numbers to sort that out. To figure out what this cage will, because it has to equal 43, but all these oranges are going to be different values than what is in the cage. So that might be a bit trick. These are 8. If this was 6 or 9, this would have to be 4 or 1. It could be 1. Oh wait, actually this is 1, isn't it? 1, 1, 1, yeah. That is singled out 1. So this is, I mean, it could be a real 9 still, I think. Yeah. It could be a real 9, or this could be a 9. But it has to be one way, doesn't it? So I think that the 9. Wait. If the 6 goes here, then the orange goes over, and this has to be a real 9. If the 9 goes here, then the orange has to go down. This can be whatever number, but the 9 does go there, which turns this into a 7, and this a 9, and this a 6, and this a 9, this a 5, and this a 6, and a 7, and a 9. This is now 6, which makes these 18 plus 9, and it makes this go down. So this is orange. It can be any number. This is not orange. It looks like these can probably still go. Well, this is value of 6. So this is 5 or 7, but 7 is already, actually 5 is the only thing that has left to be placed here. So this will be a oh right, so this has to be orange. No, yes, because it will have a value of 4. Ooh, that was close. I got scared there. Alright, so that is that. This will have a value of 9, so it can be any number. What's left in the column is a 3 and a 6. So it'll be either one of those. This will be... We have a 9 here now. Whoops. 9. This has 3 only left. This is 7. This is 6. 3 goes right here. This is now 6 and 3. This is now a 7. 7 goes at the top here. 7 goes over here. This cannot be a 9 anymore, so this must be a 7. Putting the 7 there. And... I think we're getting there. Getting there with a quickness. A 1 goes there from Sudoku. A 2 must go here. But that has a value of 4 from this square coming up around. So 4, 5, 4 still works. And what is left is a 5 and a 9. 5 must go there, 9 must go there, 9 must go here, 5 must go here, 5's no longer there, and 8 is now there, and there. This one is now a 6, and I think that will pretty much do it. That was a cool little puzzle there, but I don't know if it was little. Top Right Boy by Scojo. Check for yourself in the link below, and like and subscribe if you enjoy, and thank you for watching. This will be a 6-9, which is sorted. Uh-oh, I spoke too soon. What is going on? 3, 2... Wait, what is going on? Oh, right. Now I have to do this cage. Okay, bear with me then. That's 14. No. This one is 8. That's 15. 16, 17, 20. 33. 39. And it needs 4. So this is 2. And that breaks that. Alright, there we go. Yeah, cool puzzle. Top Right Boy by Scojo. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.